We're gonna deep dive into global labs here. I am TheChilliers. Welcome everyone. Make sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Let's go into it. January the 5th on Friday. Going straight into characters. Since the last Black Desert Research Institute update announcement, many adventurers from each region have sent their opinions on each plan. They are probably referring to the PvP stuff that they mentioned the last time. Amongst these, adventurers especially gave a lot of opinions about the second method. As this is a plan that many adventurers have expressed their opinions on, we would like to listen and review the opinion of adventurer based on this direction and provide updates. Of course, we are well aware that this direction is not a method that can completely satisfy all adventurer. Therefore, we will listen more intently, review carefully, and improve by making up for any shortcomings. We will discuss and test news more intensely, and prepare for adventurers to experience it at the Black Desert Institute. Today, apart from the above situation, work has been to carry out the official server to improve some inconveniences based on opinions and reality from adventurers, and to adjust the strength of some classes where they are too strong. Do I remember what the second? They should have written that. They should have written what the second thing is. Do I need to go back in here and? Is that even? '29th. This is the second method. The second method is to reduce the number of super armor and increasing the full regard to increase survivability and convenience of hunting to increase all survivability and by reducing PvP damage. In addition, as many adventurers constantly talk about, classes without grabs do not have the means to attack the backscreen, so by eliminating the backscreen, you can provide everyone with a chance in PvP to increase the efficiency of defense decision depending on the control. So they seem to be looking into this one a little bit more at least. And I think if I were to recap what I said the last time, I think it's good that they take away I think it's good that they take away like gaps and stuff in super armors or in protections at all. Like they should take away the gaps. But then you have certain classes that are way too protected anyway, and they should never be 100% protected. It shouldn't even be like 80% protected. It should be like roughly maybe there should be a pro with a con. If you want to play protected, you should do nothing. Like no CC, you shouldn't do no crazy damage. Like you just do poo-poo damage. But the thing is that you play protected because you don't want to get CC'd as a counter. You know? Usually that is how it works. I'm just gonna have to explain that. But usually a pro with a con is a very good it's a very good thing to think about when you're trying to balance the game. So yeah, obviously depending on how they do that, it's either gonna be very bad or very good. Anyway, they're changing a few characters here. So the Awakening Sork, Awakening Ranger. I'm guessing that these are PvP changes. But it's like flow, so maybe... Yeah, maybe it goes both ways, like PvE and PvP. Yeah, the reason why I'm not reading these is because I don't understand these. So when we go back to... what was the land's name again? I keep on forgetting about the LAN. Mystic, Succession, Awakening. Oh, is the column? I think it's the column that is the LAN. Dude, this fly will never die. So yeah, you're scrolling through it here, so you guys can like go back and you can pause the video, you can check it out, you can read all about it. They're doing changes to supposedly all of the classes. There's a big cooldown change right there on Corsair. Maybe we should read these. So these are usually pretty important. Dracania was able to quickly approach the enemy and perform a surprise attack throughout the mobility gained from their skill Flow Wings. In particular, the Flow Wings of Destruction as skill has been a fast flight speed. So when you start flying from afar and move and then disappear and appear for a moment with a demon breaking charge, aiming for a status abnormality. It was difficult to deal with it, yeah. Accordingly, we changed it to be linked least after performing the landing movement. So the opponent can also respond to some of the extent through the movements of the Awakening Dracania. Additionally, the health recovery, the skill adjuster was reduced, sees to where Dracania suddenly recovers too much health, no shit, instead of when exchanging damage rather than comboing in a certain... Yes, so this is very good. It's gonna do like a animation when you go out of the flying animation. And the fact that you can just stand there and heal up in a platoon of people. Yeah, hopefully they nerf it to the ground actually, because that's very broken. You're not supposed to be able to stand in a platoon and recover HP and not die. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Megu. The Awakening Megu is designed to be advantageous in hitting CC, making momentary surprise attack through the Navirilla. Okay. But even if you hit the status abnormality with the difficulty, the defense judgment is lower when using the Play Light Wind during the subsequent combo. If it wasn't 1v1, you would always be unable to finish the enemy, had to escape midway. Accordingly, in a minority of majority battles, the combo from flailing Yongpong be targeted depending on the situation, while the vitality recover the amount of reuse the technique adjust in the Awakening Megu can take the tempo and hit and run play faster. Latency have been adjusted. Okay. Is that a good thing? It seemed like the Awakening is a little bit like too quick from time to time. So you don't really know where you have the class. But that's a given for a lot of the classes in BDO anyway. You don't really know where you have them, so you just throw out super armor skills and pray that you hit something. They're making more changes to the scholar here. Each advance can be learned at character 56, 57, 58 or higher. You can only learn one of the two advanced skill of each level. In order to acquire the advanced skill, you must acquire prerequisite skills. Yeah, gravity control, quick rush. Cool. So I don't know if they like decrease the level here. No. They're adding. No. Yeah. No. It's advanced skills. So they're adding Rabam skills, right? Where's the LAN? I didn't. Let me see. There is no LAN. I think the LAN is column, right? There is no LAN. It is always surprising because there should always be a LAN. If there is a class that needs a little bit of changes, like it's a LAN. But yeah, cool. They adding new skills right there. Hopefully they add like a, I don't know, like it feels kind of clunky moving around with this color, but maybe it doesn't need to have another mobility skill. Maybe it just needs to be a little bit more reactory. It's like reacting better when you press the keys, maybe like a little bit faster that way. I feel like that's what is missing from this color. That's what I feel like. Free type of Black Spirit has been added on the Windmill, Gravity Leap, and Limit Break. Okay, that's cool. The hammer spin is cool. Oh, really? Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, they're changing a bunch of stuff here on the Scholar again. So I'm still waiting on recording with the Scholar because they keep on changing a lot of things. Content. General trade. General trade, which was carried out through ordering contracts, is taking a break. Processing trade for ingot, crop, boxes, etc. will remain the same. This general trade is being studied so it can be introduced in a new way that better preserves the characteristic and the charm of the wide black desert world. Accordingly, some restrictions on trade goods are relaxed. From now on, you'll be able to use the Magnus even while holding fish or coin. Interesting. It would be good to think of this update as a precursor in easing various restriction. I always wanted BDO to make it. Did you guys ever play Silk Road? It's another Korean MMO. It's a very, very old Korean MMO. But they had like the best trading system. Yeah, I mean, Silk Road is like, you know, the old Chinese trading system. It was like based on trading. So, but they had this amazing trading system in the game. Like you could be a thief, you could be like a protector, you could be like a trader, right? And then you go from A to B to C or whatever, and then you can take risk or you cannot take risk or blah blah blah. Like they need to add that to BDO, but in a BDO kind of a way, you know. And that's gonna change the game if they make it good enough. It's a big thing to do. It's gonna take them months to do this, but it's gonna change the game fundamentally. And maybe they don't even want to do that, but it would be very cool to have a purpose to do things sometimes, and not only be like randomly playing BDO because you just randomly want to get items or whatever, you know. Sometimes I think it can be nice to have a dream, you know, and then you can go on a path. I think that can be nice sometimes. and not only like rely on your own dreams and your own, like everything is your own, right? That's cool too, but variety, you know. Trade manager of each village where the trade were taking place decide to temporarily stop handling general trade goods, so they're not going to trade with you. Trade items have changed to no longer be available for purchase. Ordering agreement feature have been removed. Old Moon Guild newsletter was provided at set a time has stopped providing information. Trade goods stored in the ordering contract bag and vehicle bag paid to the integrated exchange warehouse at the purchase price regardless of the expiration date. It has been changed so that you don't have to carry your bag when acquiring the trade items below, which can be obtained through gathering or guild drilling. Mandragora with the magical powers. Yeah, so these are the stuff, right? So you can like carry. Okay. Relaxation of restrictions on trade goods can be carry burden on one's back. With the discontinuation of handling regular trade goods, restriction related to trade goods have been changed. After the change, trade goods are classified accordingly to the following two criteria. Trade goods that do not carry a burden on your back, trade goods that can carry a burden on your back. Okay. I get the feeling that they don't know what to do with this still. And they've been thinking about it for a long time because they haven't done anything with the trading. Only recently they started talking about it that they don't really know what to do with it. But they haven't done anything with trading since I don't know, a few years ago. Someone's gonna complain about strength training soon. They're probably gonna take that away from the game. And I wouldn't mind it, to be honest, if they were to take away that from the game. I think that is like, you know, you don't get that much. If you got a little bit more from strength training in the game to get more item weight, I think it would be cool. But you don't really get that much. You get just a few inventory weight. So in at the moment, I feel like it doesn't matter. But if they were to like improve on that, that would actually be very good. It wouldn't be good for PA because they want to make money, but it would be good for the players because they naturally don't want to buy inventory weight every time they need to play a new character. Okay. Sulfur mining camp. The number of guard and executioners in the sulfur mine camp in the desert have been reduced. Attack damage have been increased. Escaping the maze, mining the camp, avoiding the sight of the guard's executioner. The family alignment value have been changed to recover 30,000. I don't know what that means. Trash loot price. I don't know. Waiting time between the guards and wait, are they talking about the Yale? Oh, this is the Yale sulfur mining camp. Yeah. It's the Yale. So they just making it big. Yeah, okay. So this is understandable. They wanna keep it up to date, and they make it so they hit harder. People have more gear nowadays. We have like 5 billion HP, and yeah, they're doing some changes to the jail here. It's just like a few, I don't know, they damage increase, recovery 30,000 plus, detection stuff. Probably it's like the range, the width of detection, you know. Family karma. Family karma. Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think that they can. It used to be pretty cool back in the days when they had the jail in BDO, but then I kind of grown out of it with time. But it could be cool if they actually updated the jail to be like a new updated thing in BDO, and not only in Valencia, in Grana, Balanos, Calfian, you get sent to different jails, right? If you misbehave. And they all work differently and they all look differently. I know this is a lot of work on PA side, but um, I think that would be cool. But at the same time, it's also very outdated because there's no reason to have a jail in BDO. There isn't a reason because they've been going away from PvP and such. They like, nah, we don't want that in the game. We don't want people to, so they penalize people for in other means than to have like an actual jail in the game. So they kind of already dealt with that in their own little, they implement new changes to the game every other week, So people don't really want to kill anyone, to be honest. Or nor do we kind of need to do it. Like they decrease the server swap. They add Marnie realms. Like many times we don't really need to deal with someone if we don't want to. So I think the Yale system is an interesting idea, but it's very outdated, and they would kind of have to like they would have to fix a lot of things in order to like implement it back into BDO as a cool thing. And maybe it's not worth the trouble because they already been going in this other road of they could just take it away. That's the conclusion. Item simplification. Many lower tier forging tools have been streamlined into enhancing forging tools accordingly to the equipment level. Limit for magical gathering tools will be removed. For adventurers who taken the first steps in gathering, you can use the material enhancement tools with the newly added effect of reducing gathering time by 8 seconds. Afterwards, you can learn about various gathering through magical everyday tools. If you want to continue exploring gathering activities is more depth, you can use the Logia Doser Manos. The Manos tools. Growing into a full-fledged adventurer through a more streamlined process. So yeah, cool. Simplification of lower level in gathering tools. As the blacksmith in Black Desert Tool Workshop are making gathering tools for a long time, they started making gathering tools imbued with magic rather than just various types of gathering tools. So it feels like they kind of taken away a lot of these useless stuff, and they are adding the like a Manos tool to be the basic stuff. Am I interpreting that right? You don't need any gathering level anymore for using this magical tool, so that is very good. The Yell system was put in place to protect new players in Valencia, not to push people into PvP. No, I didn't say that it was supposed to push people into PvP. I said that PA has been moving away from PvP, so in the way of like, less interactions and less reasons to want to do it, and penalizing people in other means of, like if someone is misbehaving, you feed people to monsters instead of like killing them and send them to jail, So for reasons like that, it is outdated. There's no reason to have the Yale in the game. You barely have interactions. You can swap channel if you want to. So like, that's what I meant by that. But this is very good because many times you want to do some quest or whatever, and you need to like gather something, and you don't have any gathering level. I guess they are also gonna transfer, like they're gonna transfer. They're gonna transfer your life skilling over to all of the characters eventually, but I guess it's a good thing, so we don't need to like get the very bad life skilling tools just because we wanna gather 5 rocks, you know. And you can never buy them either. They're never on the marketplace, so you have to like, I don't know. You have to go to some blacksmith or something, I don't know. But I feel like this is a good thing. These regular tools are very, very old. Yeah. Will they change it so magic tools make manos? No, I mean they are simplifying it. So they're taking away all of the useless tools, like all of them old ones, like the white ones and the blue ones. And so you'll be starting with the basic tool now is like a magic imbue tool, you know. And then as you go forward, you go forward, like, you know, you get the logia, you get the dusser, you get the manos. They just want to take away a bunch of these useless stuff. Improvement stones that upgrade a weapon and armor to the highest level have also been simplified in the current situation. The first to third level improvement stone that was divided into each stage and successfully improved according to probability will be deleted. The only ultimate weapon improvement stones that can definitely improve will be used. Okay. Weapon armor improvement stones have been simplified. So the 1 to 3 improvement stones have been deleted according to the case of the equipment improvement stones. 1 to 3 and the extreme equipment improvement stone, you can proceed through the extreme equipment improvement stone. It has been added that the ultimate weapon armor improvement stone can be crafted at the refinery level 3. So I'm guessing that you only need to have 1 now, instead of like 3 different ones. That's my interpretation of this. You craft manos with the magic. Okay. So yeah, they're making sure that you get the mail with like all of these stuff if you so you don't lose anything, right? If you have a bunch of these stuff. Description on how to use obtain items have been added to 60 types of guild items. Okay. Statement have been added. Millennium Wild Ginseng item effect applies to the entire family. That sounds good. Information about Nampo Moodle Village have been added description. Okay. Among with the description is just a bunch of descriptions here. Selling price of blueprint, frigate and sailboat have been changed to 10,000 silver. Yeah, that sounds. I mean, that looks to be all of it. The UI guy doesn't really have anything for us this time. No, not really. Mm. Yeah, some bug fixes right there. So it's a solid global lab, but yeah, well, what is like the most important things here? Like they're cleaning up the game a little bit when it comes to tools, and it's not like a huge thing, but it's a thing that they would have to do naturally with time. So either way is good. They still don't know what to do with the trading stuff, so they kind of blocking people from doing it. I guess I don't know. Changing Scholar, adding Rabam skills to Scholar. That's interesting and cool. And then when it comes to PvP, they've been doing a lot of changes here on these classes. I like that they actually look into Dracania a little bit and how to nerf that class, because it's been broken for a few years now. It is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and heal up for a second. Yeah. Still, I don't. This is pretty worrying in my opinion, but they still don't seem to have like a good idea to move forward here, even though it is right now that they need to do the changes. So I'm thinking that they haven't thought about it at all, and it can be in two ways now. It can either be that they try to rush it, right? They try to rush it. They try to get it out there as they promised, and that will be a bunch of random changes. Like they're gonna throw in a bunch of like stuff that they haven't really thought about them like for too long. So that can be one alternative. Or the second alternative would be that they actually like, we're gonna have to postpone the PvP changes because they don't know what to do. So that's how I'm interpreting all of this, because they keep on writing about it in this kind of a way, and it's like, well, what do they like? What are they gonna do? It feels a little bit like they haven't made up their mind, you know. So that is all of the global labs right there.